Hello world, Mr. Resistor here, continuing our alpha journey back in EVE Online. So you can see we finished the Vanguard assignments again. And we might have gone one over. Um, if you're doing this, which I think this actually might go live after the event is over, but, you know, bear in mind that if you go over the number required before you accept or claim the completed assignment, you don't get credit for any extra that you do. So, anyway, well, while that might not be useful to you at this point in this event, it is just generally how EVE Online works. So it's always worth keeping in mind that you want to claim those as soon as possible. Nice. Oh yeah, because that's like, what, 300 something? 350. Yeah. Alright. Unsmoke gray, don't really care about that, but Ishtar skin. That's pretty cool. Can't really use it on this character, but the Ishtar is a very cool ship. I recommend. Um, if you like drones, it's possibly the best drone ship. Certainly the best drone ship I've flown. Um, I haven't flown any of the Gallente battleships yet, but um, the Ishtar is definitely better than the blanking on the name. Battle cruise, the Gallente battle cruiser that's drone focused. This guy here, Myrmidon. Navy issue might be better. Don't know about the command ships, but um, Myrmidon can only fly 4 heavy drones. The Ishtar can fly 5. It's got a huge drone bay. Um, Mine is shield tanked with with an oversized shield booster just in case. It's um, there might there been some combat sites where it's gotten into a little bit of trouble, but um, it's for all of the ones you don't have to scan down, it's pretty much indestructible. Anyway, about 875. So once I complete this, I'll get that thing. And go ahead and claim all those. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna buy Omega. Mm. The cheapest option is a full month. Well, cheapest. Where's the... Is the weekend pass still not a thing? Looks like they might have done away with the weekend pass. So the cheapest option is the level 1 mastery pack for $10 US. Looks like it's 15 days. Oh. Now here's the weekend fleet pack for $375 US. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Alright, well. There we go. Okay. Interesting. I feel like normally it takes longer for that to go through. But, lucky us, here we are. So, got our additional Plex. It's not giving me the... So it hasn't gone through fully? Like, what's... Alright, well... What's the time on this? 12 days, and we'll save that. Okay, well, it looked like looks like I jumped the gun on assuming that had gone through. You get the Plex already, though. Weird. Alright, well, that's fine. And... where did... right, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, well, it looks like we'll probably just do all of those. Right. Okay. Excuse me.
Warp drive active. 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 Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Harvested on far planets, our rapid freezing process seals in flavor to ensure you receive only the best food cubes in your work, nurturing the land's bounty.
Sure, that's pirate, so it's fine. Anyway. Yeah, Sanchez Nation. Got it.
Warp drive active.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Don't forget to reload. Alright.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And I have to decline. Alright, against angels.
Warp drive active.
Alright, so I want to keep a close eye on this to claim it as soon as it completes. So we don't waste anything.
drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Surround yourself with the faithful and stand together, for there is no strength like it under the heavens.
Warp drive active.
Okay, so
Warp drive active.
got temperate, plasma, lava, temperate, gas, gas, ice. Wow, okay. Plasma. No barren. Interesting. All right.
Warp drive active.
Huh. Well, okay. So I was thinking we could do P2 materials. Looks like on an ice planet you can actually get up to P3 synthetic synapses. Which I feel like there might be a difficulty there in actually having having the facilities to do all of that. Certainly there's going to be some bottlenecks in the process in terms of how much you can produce. So but it is theoretically possible. Otherwise, we're looking at either super tense style plastics or test cultures. Does this tool not show the next steps? Okay, let's see. Eve Web Tools might be. So synthetic synapses are used for recursive computing module. All right. So I believe we've got lava. We can get up to smart fab units. Plasma. We can get up to robotics. It's like enriched uranium might be a good stopping point, though. Temperate. Industrial explosives. Livestock. It's got a bunch of P2. Test cultures. Polytextiles. Gas. Can get up to condensates. Coolants and oxides. Okay. Wow.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, well, looking at this, I mean, I'll have to take a look sort of in reality, right? But it looks like P2 is probably the way to go. At least on this character, and then I can pass those on to other other characters to make the other stuff. But we've got a pretty good mix. It's weird, I forgot that there were no barren planets in this system. I feel like those are the ones where you're more likely to do the more advanced stuff, like P4, because it's maybe you're not able to on some of the other planets. I guess I don't really fully understand exactly how all that works. So, but anyway, enriched uranium on the plasma planet is probably what I'm looking at first. So that seems like it's the most valuable thing. Then maybe transmitters on the lava planet. Either viral agent or super tensile plastics on the ice planet. Let's see, gas. Looks like coolant is the way to go. Temperate. Either fertilizer or test cultures. So yeah, anyway, I was looking at some of the Loru Gaming's videos on setting up planetary interaction as like passive ISK. I don't know if I totally agree with his methodology. It's not necessarily that it's wrong. But messing with your planetary interaction does take time, right? It's not completely passive. And the more often you do that, the more time it's gonna take, like real, actual player time. And I think the other thing, so I tend to set it for the full 14 days for my extraction nodes. Obviously, I'm losing out on money, but it's taking less of my personal time as a player. And especially if you've got multiple characters, that can add up quite a bit, right? Like if you've got your planetary action maxed out, you could easily spend an hour going through and like re-updating all of that stuff. If you want it to be optimal, right? And so that obviously that no longer counts as passive income at that point, right? If you're doing anything else with your day other than playing EVE Online, which personally I do. So, the other thing is taxes. I know he was set up in nullsec, so he's paying whatever tax rate is set, based on whoever controls that system. In highsec, taxes are a thing. every time you transport stuff to or off of the planet, you got to pay a percentage, and that adds up. So, in that sense, it makes sense to try and um, get as high up the tier list as you can, because that is going to save you on taxes, right? So his calculations didn't take that into account, and I think that's a mistake if you're talking about high sec planetary interaction, because a lot of his thing was like you check along the production chain and see where the where you might have losses, right? Where the price you can sell it for is less than the price you can sell its precursors for. But like I said, he's not taking taxes into account, and the precursors, because of the additional volume that they take up, just extracting those from the planet is going to cost you more than the next tier of production. Cost you more in taxes, right, to export from the planet. So you have to keep that in mind when you're working out like your if you really want to optimize your ISK per hour, right? You can't forget about taxes. So for that reason, my opinion is go for the highest tier, right? If you can always do some P2 production on planet, right? If you can get up to P3, that's even better. Because you're maximizing the amount of profit you're getting versus the taxes you have to pay to export it, right? So, yeah, tariffs, they're a thing. As many people in the world have hopefully learned, and if not, well, you really should, because if you don't understand that already, you probably, and you're a American citizen with voting rights, then you probably made a mistake, and hopefully you've at least realized that, but yeah, anyway. I'll get off my political soapbox for now and call this a day. So, until next time, have a good one.